Hi, my name is Dee Williams, and I show professionals just like you how to start your very own niche recruitment and staffing agency business. And today we are going to talk about how to choose your niche. Yes, this is a very exciting topic. You guys know I just love talking recruiting and staffing. And let's just ask the big question here. What is a niche? D, what defines my niche for my recruitment and staffing agency business? How do I choose a niche? Tell me, D, I need help. This is a question I get all the time, and we're going to talk about it here today. Now, your niche is defined as the number of positions that you can fill easily and immediately. Now, this is powerful. Your niche is defined as the number of positions that you can fill easily and immediately. That means, I'm getting excited. That means that you want to choose a position type or a position title. You can focus on either a specific industry or many industries that need that specific type of position, if that makes sense. That way, you can fill the positions very easily, right? And if someone needs someone right now, you'll have a strong enough pool of candidates within that particular job title or niche space that you can become that one go-to person that everyone goes to. I'll keep explaining. Stick with me. Okay, so now, how many businesses are in the world today? You might say, Dee, that's a crazy question in the middle of the training. Well, let me explain, because when most people think of niche, they say, okay, if I niche, then I am going to lose out. I'm not going to have enough companies to reach out to. I'm not going to have, it's not going to be a fruitful. I want to do everything. I want to specialize in everything so that I can have more immediately. And I get that. But when you niche, I'm just here to tell you, you create an opportunity for yourself to be bigger and better than the big guy, okay, in your own right. Now, there is an estimate of 115 million small businesses in the world. There are 125 million formal, micro, small, and mid-sized businesses in the world, including 89 million in emerging markets. Can you imagine how many positions there are? How many positions it takes to fuel the production of growth of each and every one of these companies? Let me explain something important to you. Okay. Let me explain this niche. Your role as a staffingpreneur, running your very own niche recruitment and staffing agency business, let me just tell you that it is all about filling a need in the market using staffing and recruitment. What do I mean by that? I mean diversity staffing agencies, ex-offender staffing agencies, college grad niche staffing agencies that function around baby boomers, right? Skills where there are more jobs than skilled workers, technology even. Okay. Your role as a staffingpreneur is to fill a need in the market. You figure that need out. It's also your job to solve staffing and recruitment's biggest industry challenges. I'm talking about the talent shortage. I'm talking about the war for talent. I'm talking about retention. I'm talking about speed. I'm talking about saving dollars. I'm talking about increasing revenue. That is your job. Okay? And so forth. Your role as a staffingpreneur is to drive your purpose through staffing and recruitment, helping people, helping to build people up, helping making the economic system a better place, caring about the world that we live in. Okay? Your role as a staffingpreneur is about building and creating strategies using staffing and recruitment. build or rebuild your community. This is an example. You can use staffing and recruitment to rebuild your community. You can use staffing and recruitment to build the next new staffing technology, and staffing that and building a consulting function under your business. You can, so many different things that you can do. All right. And then finally, your role as a staffingpreneur is about building legacy, using staffing and recruitment to create a legacy in staffing and recruitment, if that makes sense. You're building a legacy using staffing and recruitment to create a legacy in staffing and recruitment, right? Creating your own version of a niche recruitment and staffing agency business that will impact the world today and tomorrow. Creating something new, remixing what's already been creating. Like, how will people of tomorrow be found, recruited, and placed? We talk a lot about this in Staffingpreneurs Academy while showing you how to build out your very own niche. And today we're offering a free PDF download. It's the download link is going to be in the box below. You can go to sixfigurestaffing.com/free PDF to access it. It's a free resource. Okay, so you understand that your niche is the number of positions that you can fill easily and immediately, right? And you've defined your role in the industry as a serious staffingpreneur, not just someone looking to make money, but as a staffingpreneur who is ready to create a real business, one that can break barriers, one that can shift the dynamics of the entire industry, one that can solve a solution, impact a life, and impact your life in the most positive and powerful way. All right? Right? Now, let me show you how to make that happen. And watch the millions follow. Just watch them follow. Now, there are a number of ways that you can niche your recruitment and staffing agency business. The key to winning in this business as a staffingpreneur, a 1, 2, 3, or up to 10-man firm or man or woman firm, is the niche, right? It's not trying to take on a whole industry by yourself. That's not what this is about. You want to leave that to the big guys, right? Your job is to become the secret weapon or the number one resource for a certain type of company. And then you will see your wealth grow super fast and it will be consistent if you're good, right? I show you in detail how you can do that within Staffingpreneurs Academy and via my one-on-one programs. But right now, I want to take a look at some of the ways that you can define your niche, staffingpreneur. All right. So you can niche by industry. All right. So healthcare industry, IT industry, healthcare, IT industry, engineering industry, retail industry, finance and accounting industry. Right? You can niche that way. You can niche by specialty. My niche, I specify in software development. Anything in software development, this is what I do. Long-term care. I focus in long-term care. Anything in long-term care, that's what I do. I focus on industrial engineering. I focus on home improvement retail. I focus on automated retail. That is my specialty. So you can niche that way. You can also niche via position title, like your sales executives. I only place sales executives. I only place registered nurses. I only place Java developers. I only place director of engineering professionals. I only place DONs. You can do it that way as well. All right. Now, here's a website. I've added a link below of a website that you can check out. And you can just do a basic Google search, hardest jobs to fill, because earlier, remember, we wanted to talk about filling a gap, filling a need, right? And so I did a Google search, hardest positions to fill in 2017. And again, I put the link in the box below, but the top 10 most in-demand positions for 2017, data scientists, financial advisor, general and operations manager, home health aide, information security analyst, medical services manager, physical therapist, registered nurse, software engineer, truck driver. You could do a niche staffing agency and just only place data scientists, only place financial advisors, only place general and operations managers, only place home health aides. You could this could be your niche as in a specific job title for folks that are thinking, how can I find a niche? Okay. And again, the link to this is below so that you can check that out. And you can, should assist you in helping you finding your niche. All right. Or you can be bold and own the industry by starting a super niche recruitment and staffing agency business and have a strong detailed focus, like placing database administrators, right? DBAs for the credit card payment processing industry, right? I would start out by asking myself key questions like, how many payment processing companies are in the country? How many are in the world? Who is considered a payment processing company? How often are they posting jobs? What types of jobs are they posting? And is my proposed niche position on that list? DBAs, right? Now, when I'm thinking of payment processing, that's like credit cards, gift cards, banks, right? There is e-commerce all up in there, right? All of them have one thing in common, and that's lots of data. They have to manage that data and keep building and expounding upon that data, right? So who does that? Who holds that position? Oh, a database administrator. Where can I go to find a great database administrator who has experience in the payment processing industry, who knows how this business works and can handle the massive loads of data that they work with every day? Who do they talk to? Guess what? They should be talking to you, staffingpreneur. They should be talking to you. That's the hiring manager at a payment processing company asking that question. Who should they be talking to? They should be talking to you, staffingpreneur. Does that make sense? You can create a super niche based on an industry and a position title. You can create a niche based on one title and cover tons of industries. It really doesn't matter. But having this niche and not trying to do 5 different industries and 100 or any position will set you apart from the 22,000 staffing agencies that are currently in the market. It'll give your company purpose and demand. It will become your wealth system to create so much more than you could have ever imagined while thinking of starting this little old niche recruitment and staffing agency business. I show staffingpreneurs how to do that during my one-on-one coaching programs. And, and this is what I get excited about, what I get passionate about, especially the people who are passionate about not just making the money, but people who are passionate about filling a need or shifting the industry, or who can see where there's a need in the industry where you can bring in, where you can group a group of people together. That's a service that you're offering. And if someone needs that service, then of course, you can be the one to offer that through niche recruitment and staffing. Okay. Now, you could also niche IT software sales executives, not just like sales professionals, but you could tie it in with, a very lucrative industry, like, so IT sales, pharmaceutical sales, what have you. You could do like OBGYN registered nurses, or med surge nurses for the long-term care and hospital industry, right? So you could do some really cool things with your niche. And we just looked at, and I'm just going to tie it back in just to make sure, we just looked at how many businesses are in the world. So can you imagine how many positions there are and how many positions it takes to fuel the production of growth for each and every one of these companies every day. So how many database administrators do you think are needed through all of these companies, right? How many? Okay. I just want you just to kind of open your mind. Open your mind. All right. Okay. Now, one more thing. You can fill positions locally, nationwide, worldwide, or in predefined specific locations based on the strategy that you develop for your niche recruitment and staffing agency business. Still using the example of placing the DBA for the credit card payment processing company, I might do search on where the majority of the credit card payment processing companies are in the U.S. Did you know, for example, that 70% of all payment credit card transactions are processed here in Atlanta, Georgia? And more than half of U.S. financial technology firms are based in the Atlanta area. Did you know that? There are now approximately 100 financial technology firms in the Atlanta area, employing more than 300,000 people, according to TAG's latest report. That's Atlanta, Georgia only. Imagine what other companies are out there. Imagine what other companies are out there in a strong financially driven market, or in states like New York, Chicago, Charlotte, San Francisco, Boston, Philadelphia, and even London, Singapore, and Hong Kong. Do you see how even a location can be powerful when you're defining your niche? Yes, I hope you feel that energy. Ooh. So yes, you can have DBAs. Let's go back. You can have a DBA. You can place DBAs in the credit card payment processing industry for cities and states such as, Atlanta, Chicago, Boston, San Francisco, right? There are 100 financial technology firms in Atlanta alone. Do the research. How many are in New York? How many are in Chicago? How many are in Charlotte? How many are in San Francisco? How many are in Boston? Then you can start building out pipelines for those specific locations, and you can start in one location, or you can function in all of those locations. That's going to depend on your strategy. But I'll tell you that slow and steady wins the race as long as you're moving. So you can be very strategic and very small, where you focus only on DBAs for credit card payment processing companies in Atlanta. And then you can say Atlanta and Charlotte, North Carolina. And then Atlanta, Charlotte, and New York. And then Atlanta, Charlotte, New York, and Chicago or Boston, or however you want to do it. And just start adding on so you can build your pipeline of candidates to support that. So you would talk to every DBA in New York, every DBA in Atlanta, especially the ones that have specifically worked for a credit card payment processing company. And then when we do our one-on-ones, we can talk about how you can take that and create even more strategic, strategies around just working this one particular position in this niche. Like, you can do so much with that, but you've got to be able to see the bigger picture. Niche is where it's at, especially if you're a 1-man, 2-man, 3-man firm. I've got to say that again. You're not like the big guys. So you've got to be able to still do this and leave your mark, or grow to be like the big guys, compete with the big guys, but you've got to do it in a very strategic way. I get excited. Woo! Okay. All right. All right. Okay. For real this time, last thing. Everything that we've discussed so far, please keep in mind that the more position titles you choose will determine how many candidate pipelines you need to create. Now, I can show you how to build a powerful or how to build powerful candidate pipelines within Staffingpreneurs Academy or during our one-on-ones. But I just want you to have a larger perspective so that when you're developing your niche, I would like to caution you not to take on an entire industry unless you've got a full-blown 10, 15 people on your team. Okay, because then you've got some power behind you and you can say, all right, I'm going to work and I'm going to support an entire industry like the administrative support industry. This purple box here is representing the industry, and these little yellow dots are representing the people, the different position titles that are in an industry. So that means that you're pipelining all of these dynamic people for these titles to ensure that you're filling these positions easily, right? Easily and easily and immediately if needed be, right? But I want to encourage you to narrow that down a little bit more and look at, okay, maybe placing software developers. And I'm just using different niches for people who have a love for different industries. So in this particular instance, you're placing software developers, but in every industry, right? So maybe you focus on, it doesn't matter what the industry is. You just place software developers. I place Java developers, Ruby on Red developers. I place .NET developers. I place developers for anybody who needs it. That's an option as well for your niche. But again, if you don't have a lot of people under your business, it's going to be more challenging and time consuming in developing those pipelines out, okay? Because you're doing three different niches within a niche, right? You're doing all software developers, .NET, Java, and Ruby on Rails, right? I think I said Ruby on Red earlier. It's Ruby on Rails. Okay. So I would like to encourage you to niche a little bit more. All right. So you niching a little bit more. I med-surg. I place med-surg registered nurses for the long-term care industry. Okay. So now you know that you're looking for long-term care clients, and you're looking for med-surg registered nurses. That's what one person, a 1 or 2 or 3 man firm, if you could function like that, it'll make your job so much easier on finding clients. Give me a list of every every business within the long-term care industry, and or within a certain city, within a certain cities, and I want to find med-surg registered nurses for those same cities where those positions would be located. And so you always know you're placing med-surg nurses, and you always know you're doing it in the long-term care industry. And then as you grow, you can add on more. Maybe you hire someone to start doing the same thing that you're doing, to duplicate that. So that person, whatever position works with a med-surg registered nurse, you in the long-term care industry, you could have her focus on that position. Or maybe you add OBGYN registered nurses. So you can start adding things on as you grow. And ultimately, yes, you will organically become a industry, staffing agency business. Now you're in the multi-millions, right? This is like your $1 million niche recruitment staffing agency, like in your single digits. Here, now you're in your multi-millions, So, I just want to kind of give you some serious perspective around there. And when you're thinking about it, you don't have to fill everything in the industry. You can find one position. We just saw earlier, and I know I'm going hard about this, but I want you to keep things in perspective. We just saw earlier where the top 10 most in-demand positions in 2017 are. So that means that companies are fiending for data scientists. If you build yourself a niche data scientist recruitment and staffing agency business, and you find out what industries need data scientists more than the other industry, you could focus on placing data scientists for the blank industry, for the HR industry, for the sales industry, for the pharmaceutical industry, for the what have you. You see what I'm saying? And you can find the people that are already in there and doing it, build relationships with them. You could do even greater things and bring people into the industry. I mean, you could really, really develop your very unique niche data scientist recruiting and staffing agency business. Same thing with the financial advisor. Same thing with the general and operations manager. Same thing with the home health aide. Same thing with the information. Do you see where I'm going with this? I'm not going to drive you crazy. I just want to see if you get where I'm going with this. Woo, fired up. All right. So today we learned more about the niche. We learned more about how you develop your niche, how you define your niche. And I hope that this video really gave you some insight on, just how you want to develop your niche agency and why you want to develop your niche agency. Like, what's the mission behind developing the niche agency? And then what area you want to focus on. I hope you felt that excitement around what you can accomplish being a staffingpreneur. And just a reminder, I show professionals just like you how to start your very own niche recruitment and staffing agency business. You can feel free to visit staffingpreneursacademy.com. We have 3 basic memberships where you can sign up. So please do that. If you are, and that is for our self-paced, okay? That is for our self-paced learning. You get support with our private inner circle group, which is our Q&A call, bi-weekly Q&A call, and the members only Facebook group. But if you're someone who likes all of those things, but you also need one-on-one hand holding and guidance and accountability coaching, you can check out our one-on-one training and coaching packages. We also have a 6-week, a 12-week, a 24-week. We also have a done-for-you staffing business, and you can learn more about that at identifiesconsulting.com. So we're here to assist you grow your business. In the comments below, I would love for you to tell us, what niche are you choosing? Why are you choosing your niche? What are you doing with your niche? How are you representing your niche? Also, there's a link below for you to join our public staffing group, Facebook group. It's not the private one, it's the public one. So if you want to join that, you can. Don't forget, you can go to sixfiguresstaffing.com/free PDF to get kind of your niche PDF document. It'll basically show you, this video will come along with it, and it'll give you fields to fill in on how to get your niche, figure your niche out if you need some assistance with that. Subscribe to our channel. This is, definitely my passion. Some people say it's my purpose. I love showing people how to start businesses from home. They don't have to be, just that one man person or that one woman person. It's like, what? I want to shift from that 9 to 5, and I want to have my own freedom financially, my own schedule. How do I do that? How do I make it happen? And is there somebody out there who's already done it? And I've launched a number of businesses, some very successful, some like, I can't believe I did that. And staffing is definitely one of my favorite business models that are out there, and that is super duper lucrative, and that will definitely continue to impact the world as it has done since the beginning of time. So now that's me babbling, whatever, but just had to throw that out there. Also like this video, thumbs up this video, and oh my gosh, thank you for watching. I am super excited that you're here. I hope you get the PDF. I hope you learned a lot. Comment below. My name is Dee Williams. I show individuals, professionals, amazing professionals just like you, how to start your very own niche recruitment and staffing agency business. You guys have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.